Okay, welcome. So first let's briefly walk through how to do Tonglen meditation as taught and practiced by masters of Tibet, and then we'll end with a guided Tonglen meditation for you to practice the technique. Now, Tonglen has been practiced for thousands of years and can retrain the mind to make you a better person, which will also make you and those around you happier. And so it's really a win-win. And then after going through the technique and going through a guided version of this meditation, I'll also give a tip at the end for taking this method to the next level. All right, so there's really two steps in this method. So Tong means giving, and Len means receiving. It's also known as replacing self with other. The first step is when you breathe in, you're taking in the suffering of others. So picture some area of the world that's dear to your heart and needs help. This could be those undergoing cancer treatment, children whose parents have abandoned them, mistreated animals, or some other group that's suffering unjustly, means something to you. You can do this for a single individual too, or a large group. You could do it for all of humanity or even all beings. It will probably be easiest if you start with a group or person that you already feel some compassion for. So you're breathing in with the intention that you can take all of their suffering away as it comes out from them and then kind of melts in the compassion of your heart. This can be difficult and heavy because unlike metta or loving kindness meditation, you're actually taking in suffering. But imagine you're alleviating suffering by bringing it in with the inhale and melting it. And then, so step 2 is to exhale and breathe out with compassion. You might imagine that your exhale is sending out smiles to that individual or group. If it's starving children, then your exhale might be sending out the food and safety they need. So you've inhaled away the suffering, and now you're exhaling out, sending your good vibes. And it's important to recognize the difference here between compassion and its close but dangerous neighbor, which is pity. So you're not pitying anyone, you're instead feeling and wishing that they might be happy. You might even repeat, may that person or those people be free from suffering. May their suffering finally cease. To cultivate these strong feelings and either stick with whatever group or individual you've chosen, or pick another one that can use your well wishes. So again, in Tonglen, you're inhaling suffering and then sending out compassion. So you'll be breathing in deeply through the nostrils, exhaling deeply through the nostrils. If it seems ridiculous to breathe in suffering and breathe out joy, just think how this is reconditioning your psychology in a positive way. Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche writes in Training the Mind and Cultivating Kindness that part of the purpose of Tonglen is to develop the psychological attitude of exchanging oneself for others. So through this practice, you're becoming more caring, wise, and virtuous, and less self-absorbed. Alright, so let's take just a couple minutes now to practice this method so you can get the hang of it. I'll give some pointers at the end. So just finding a comfortable position. It could be in your chair, meditation seat, whatever's comfortable. And calling to mind a group or a person you'd like to feel compassion toward. And now, when you've got that person or group in mind, as you begin to inhale, picture you're alleviating their suffering, drawing it away from them, melting it in your heart. And then you might just pause subtly before the exhale, switching gears now. You're sending out good vibes to that person. Again, inhaling their suffering, sending out your well wishes, sending out the cure with your exhale. And just continue in this way. It can help to have long inhales, long exhales, and a brief pause in between when you shift gears. If you're having trouble cultivating that compassion or mental image, you might imagine that you're putting a smile on that person's face. You might imagine their relief as you relieve their suffering, their joy when you send your good vibes with the exhale. You're making them happy, and notice that makes you happy too. Okay, and we'll slowly transition out of this brief meditation. Hopefully you got a taste for the power of Tonglen. And now the key here is this really is one of those methods that you can fake it till you make it. So even if you couldn't really generate as much compassion as you would have liked, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It's actually a product of two things. The first is that you might not be used to doing this, and so you can just continue to almost intend to feel that emotion until it becomes real for you, which it will. And the second is it really does require concentration. So that's my tip, is that in order to go really deep in this meditation, it requires some training of attention so that you can more easily call to mind that image of relieving the suffering and sending your compassion. So I suggest practicing shamatha, which is a calm, abiding meditation where you learn to really focus the mind. And if you're not familiar with shamatha, you can learn this method and many more like it on the FitMind meditation app. Basically, you're using the breath to still your mind and begin to observe your object of meditation very closely. And going from the state of calm abiding into Tonglen can really enhance it and make it more effective. So that's how you do Tonglen meditation. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave a comment below. And before you leave, please subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get the newest videos where I interview meditation masters and teach methods like this one. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.